We're here in the south of Spain at Mijas at the SRAM test track. It's a downhill track where loads of the top pros come here early in the season to test out their new bikes.
You may have seen Aaron Gwyn's amazing downhill run, where he won the Leogang World Cup without a chain.
So we're going to do a test of our own, and we're going to try and see how fast you can go without a chain versus with a chain. We'll each do a run with a chain and without a chain and see what the times.
Could be interesting.
When you're ready, Mark, chain run first. 3, 2, 1, go!
Go on, my lads! Oh man, certainly pretty physical, so be interesting to see what the difference is.
Ready? We hear many different sounds every day.
So we've taken our chains off and it's time to have a go at a chainless run.
Carry momentum will be so important, especially for the flatter straights towards the bottom.
Yep, one mistake and it's all going to be over. You're going to have to maximize your corner speed. All right, Mark,
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go on, my lads! Go on then.
Did you feel the vibration? Now we'll see if we can recognize some sounds. Well, that's got the idea across.
You see, there's all kinds of rhythm around us to be looking for.
Well, that's got the idea across. And that's the most important thing we've learned today. Think about what we've learned about sound.
How was that for you?
It's good fun. Suspension definitely feels different, probably like a little bit more active. I'm just trying to pump everything as hard as possible.
Yeah, one thing that really stood out for me was how quiet the bike was.
You don't have the chain slapping around making a noise. I think the big point for me is like how much you concentrate on getting perfect form and perfect technique and almost ride better because you know that you don't have any drive to get back up to speed, so you really do rail the corner.
Yeah, definitely. There was definitely some slow parts in the flatter bits, but looking forward to seeing the results. All right, boys, so the times are in.
Yep, I was 2 seconds slower with my chain off. I'm pretty happy with that.
Not bad at all.
I was a second slower without my chain. It's quite weird that you can actually manage to be so close relative to how flat the bottom section was. I was really surprised that how I could like kind of elevate your riding without the chain. It's weird.
I was 5 seconds slower, which made sense. I made a bit of a mistake on the flat stuff and I was pumping as hard as I could, but I just felt really slow. So it kind of makes sense, you know, you need to pedal yourself back to speed if you can't make it. So what do we think about Aaron Gwyn's run?
I think knowing that track, he must have pushed so hard in the tree sections and the more technical parts because there is quite an open sort of stretch that's not particularly steep. So how he managed to carry momentum there is really impressive. But then he's still got to make a big difference to those guys because he's going to lose time. He had to have lost time in that flat section.
He's obviously an incredible rider, and that was an incredible run. I do think your suspension works a little bit better without a chain, so on the rough stuff it's going to be a little bit more compliant, but it doesn't take away from the fact that he won a World Cup without a chain.
On average, without a chain, we're 2.5 seconds slower.
Yeah, I let the side down a little bit there because I was 5 seconds slower with that mistake, but it just goes to show that sort of less than a % difference slower without a chain, so not a lot.
I think you really exaggerate all the technicalities of riding, like sort of leaning on your edges, getting your weight back, using the ground to generate momentum. Almost you elevates your technique because you really have to focus on that technique, otherwise you're going to stop.
Yeah, really felt like I was concentrating super hard, and maybe it's something that we should all do a bit more often, ride without a chain. Cool, if you want to see more videos from GMBM, why not click up there for how to fix a chain.
And click down there for how to pump.
And if you click in the middle, you can subscribe to the channel and you will never miss a video.
Thumbs up if you think Aaron Gwyn is a beast.